We're talking about all the amazing experiences that are coming back to Disney parks around the globe. Churros are back.
Yeah.
Churros are back. Meet and greets with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
The custodial cast members who don't know where the bathrooms are because they picked up a shift at a different park. They're back. Yes. We're going to raise the official statement into the rafters. There it is. Your post was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you've really stooped to a new low by making this up. Yeah, so we published a story, and Bob's reaction was... But then he had an idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quickly.
Yeah, we risky like Tony's on a date night. Got that microwave steak and the chicken palm shake marinara on the top two. We'll be doing some intestinal kung fu.
Nick's Maxi Van takes all the stress out of Orlando area holiday shopping. Coordinate your pickup time with Nick and he'll grab you from your hotel, residence, or wherever you might be. While on the way to the stores, you can snack on a selection of already opened candy canes, Reese's Trees, and Cranberry Sprite.
The true reason why Chapek couldn't make it to Destination D was because he couldn't find his...
balls. Couldn't find his balls. You can tell he's never eaten ice cream. Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. And before we get to the news, I want to mention, I think I brought these up on the last show. We got some great new stuff from carouselofproducts.com you should check out, including our Happy Holidays shirt. Look at Gertie the dinosaur. How cute. She's adorable. I love, my favorite part is down the sleeve. We have ornaments and Gertie's footprints. And then on the front, Happy Holidays. It's a great shirt. We also have a t-shirt. Oh, this is long sleeve, obviously. We also have our 50th anniversary ugly sweater t-shirt. Isn't that great? Both are available now at carouselofproducts.com. These are great. Go get them. Now the news. Let's do it for December 1st, 2021. Over the last few months, chances are that if you called Walt Disney World in an attempt to resolve some issue for your trip, you probably waited a number of hours to get through to someone. An alternative to calling that many guests have used is sending an email to guest.services@disneyworld.com. Well, that's no longer a viable option either. Guest Experience Services was the team that answered many of those emails sent to Walt Disney World, but their workload would range from random requests to complaints regarding recent visits to even cast member compliments. This team would also handle recovery efforts for guest concerns. This team has been absorbed into the Disney Reservation Center, and with the change, those cast members will no longer be answering these emails on a regular basis. Reportedly, email queues are growing and very fast, and Disney falling woefully behind on them. There were over 3,000 emails waiting for a response last month. That number has now climbed to 4,000, and it is growing very fast. Currently, the Disney Reservation Center is focusing on the live chat and phone calls, although you probably wouldn't know that based on how long you've waited for either of those. I know since the story was posted, obviously everyone knows everyone's waiting an hour and a half, 3 hours, 5 hours for a phone. For them to pick up on the phone, but the live chat apparently is even worse. Some people said it was 8 hours before someone responded to them in the live chat. A big part of these problems is the Disney Reservation Center has not been able to hire enough new cast members to help, with current cast in the department stating that they are aware that more help has been hired, but it seems like that many more guests are also calling, so it's not really changing the situation. Many cast members also don't last long at the reservation center, given they spend the entire day dealing with guests who are rather unpleasant after hours of waiting on the phone, and then are made to work mandatory overtime on a very consistent basis. In fact, one source we spoke to said, quote, "The 4 to 5 hour phone call waits will continue and grow worse as more guests will need to call for assistance as the email system is now the lowest priority." And another source told WDWNT that, again, that phone queue is consistently at about 3 hours every day while live chats, again, can wait similar or longer lengths. This is rough. Rough. Bob Weiss, who has been president of Walt Disney Imagineering for several years, will be stepping into the role of Global Imagineering Ambassador. That basically means he's heading towards retirement, while Barbara Buzza will become the president of WDI. The news comes as Imagineering prepares to move from California to Lake Nona, Florida. Here's the letter Bob Weiss sent to fellow Imagineers announcing the change. Quote, "As Imagineers, we are inspired by our history and by those who helped shape it. Disney legend Marty Sklar, who was a close friend and mentor to me, served as a visionary leader at Imagineering for over 5 decades and ultimately became our global Imagineering ambassador. In this role, Marty was able to invest in our legacy as a way to build our future, mentor and advocate for our talent, recruit the next generation of Imagineers, and help record our history through his writing. Today, I'm excited to announce that I will follow Marty's lead and assume the Global Imagineering Ambassador role beginning next year. I'm confident about transitioning into this role now after working with Barbara Buzza over the past 16 months and knowing the future of Imagineering is secure under her leadership. Barbara has taken on increasing responsibility during her tenure. I'm continually impressed with her talent, her leadership, and the relationship she's already built across our company. I'm also very grateful to have the full support of Josh D'Amaro, who has demonstrated his commitment to Imagineering time and time again, and his belief that WDI is critical to our company's future and overall success." Notice who wasn't mentioned in there. Oops. Buzza joined Walt Disney Imagineering in June of 2020. She's relatively new. As President of Business Operations, Design, and Delivery, she has more than 25 years of management, design, and strategic planning experience, most recently serving as Co-Managing Director, Principal of Gensler, Los Angeles. As President of Business Operations, Design, and Delivery, she's been overseeing an interdisciplinary team of creative and technical experts from a wide range of backgrounds. We'll have to see how this works out, right? She has an architecture background. She's also worked in management. Gensler, they worked on Shanghai. There were various levels of success on the Shanghai project. She worked on that at Gensler, by the way. Disney hired them to work on Shanghai. And I don't know. I don't know what this means. Is it more someone that the Chapek regime would like? It's not necessarily really a creative person in charge, more of a business person. But again, it's not like Bob Chapek has taken over WDI, right? Bob's case, he's a finance guy, comes from finance. She has an architecture background, so she has a lot in common with many people that do in fact work at Walt Disney Imagineering. So we'll see what happens. I do think that D'Amaro getting name dropped and Chapek not speaks volumes for what's going on right now. So, read into that what you will. As we recently reported, Disney used the Destination D23 event to announce the return of the Festival of Fantasy Parade, set to return in 2022 at the Magic Kingdom. However, the parade that returns may not be what it once was. The most impressive float in the parade may not return at all. That's the Maleficent Dragon float, which is rumored not to go away completely, but to be relegated simply to those after-hours events. You may remember that it's been used for the Disney Villains After Hours, Boo Bash. It's been used in all of those. It also regularly breathes fire, so it does cost some money because it breathes fire. Also, the number of dancers in each parade unit may be reduced to only 2. It would align with what we saw happen to the Christmas parade, which was at the after-hours event. Way less performers. Frozen bananas have returned to snack carts in the Magic Kingdom after being absent since the reopening of the parks. We found this treat at one of the carts in front of Cinderella Castle. One frozen banana covered with dark chocolate and peanuts is $5.75. I've never had one. I have to admit, in all my years, I've never had one. I think I'm going to have to try this. People say they like them. I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Have you had the frozen banana? Is it good? Let me know if I should get one. Santa Claus has been greeting guests at the Magic Kingdom during those Disney Very Merriest After Hours for the past few weeks, but guests who paid less can now see him outside the ticketed event during the day. Santa can be found behind Ye Olde Christmas Shop in Liberty Square. He appears at the gazebo, which is decorated with a tree, presents, and poinsettias. He will be appearing intermittently from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Guests, of course, must remain distant, but you still have a chat with Santa and tell him you want that 50th anniversary monorail set for Christmas. That's what we all want, right? There's no better place to celebrate the most wonderful time of year than Walt Disney World, and even actor Chris Evans is celebrating the season with Mickey Mouse at the Magic Kingdom. Disney shared a photo of Chris and Mickey a few feet apart, per distancing rules at the Magic Kingdom on Main Street on the train station, like the castle and the tree behind them. It's America's tree. Guest shopping at the Emporium in the Magic Kingdom now have a new way to make their purchases. Mobile checkout, previously seen at, I'm still laughing about America's Tree, previously seen at World of Disney and the Creation Shop has now arrived at Emporium. 5 mobile checkout stations are now located near the exits, and signs are posted around to assist guests with how to use mobile checkout, which is a feature of the My Disney Experience app. Bags are provided so items can be scanned and bagged while you shop. The mobile checkout stations have paper available for wrapping fragile items as well. It works pretty well. A new limited edition Cinderella doll for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World is coming soon to Shop Disney and probably the parks. The doll can be seen in advertisements on the Shop Disney website already. Cinderella is wearing a white dress with Cinderella Castle and fireworks at the bottom of the skirt. A layer of tulle with small silver gems covers the skirt, and the bodice is covered in gold sequins, and she's holding a gold 50th anniversary wand. An exact release date has not yet been announced. The Holiday Cookie Stroll has returned for the 2021 EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays. This scavenger hunt of sorts sends guests to different holiday kitchens throughout World Showcase to have a taste of 5 different cookies. After getting 5 cookie stamps, guests can head to holiday sweets and treats for a special 50th anniversary inspired reward. The Cookie Stroll rules are in the festival passport. Yes, it has rules, which guests can pick up throughout EPCOT, and a cast member at each cookie location will stamp your passport after you purchase your cookie. Each cookie is $2.50. And while the redemption cookie is free, you can purchase it for $3 if you don't want to do the stroll. If you want to be lazy, it'll cost you $3. It's like Genie Plus. The 5 cookies in the stroll are a gingerbread man, a Snickers doodle cookie, a black and white cookie, look to the cookie, Elaine, a chocolate crinkle cookie, and a Linzer cookie. In addition to the 50th anniversary cookie, guests also get a peppermint chocolate soft serve and a souvenir cup for completing the stroll. There's 2 rewards. How great is that? The complimentary cookie is just a vanilla sugar cookie. Guests also get a 3rd gift. This is weird, a small sloth ornament courtesy of the 25 Days of Christmas. You get that as well. Weird. Dining reservations are now available for the Space 220 Lounge at EPCOT. The park's newest restaurant opened back in September as walk-up only, and then turned on reservations. The lounge has continued to be a great option for walk-ups, but now that's no longer a thing. The lounge offers an a la carte version of the appetizer menu, albeit limited, and the full selection of atmospheric spirits is available, though. Check out a review of all of those offerings on our website. We reported the installation of the Nova Corps logo on the facade of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at EPCOT, and literally hours later, Imagineer Zach Ridley gave us a look at the completed installation. The reflective paneling has had its protective covering removed, revealing a gold and purple emblem. In his Instagram post, Ridley said, quote, "The first sign of Xandar's arrival to EPCOT appeared at the Wonders of Xandar Pavilion. Xandar and Nova Corps are coming to EPCOT to share their culture and technology, and this star is frequently used by them in everything from their architecture, spaceships, uniforms, and more. This very unique color-shifting material gives a dynamic quality to the main facade of the pavilion and represents another iconic milestone for our team as they continue towards a summer 2022 launch of this new centerpiece of our EPCOT transformation." Remember when we used to talk about things that like related to real culture at EPCOT, and now it's just like, that's made up culture. It's odd. Everything, this is a weird show. Christmas decorations have not been installed in Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and they will not once again this year. This is the 2nd consecutive year that they have not decorated. Of course, with the opening of Toy Story Land, they developed a number of unique decorations for the land. There was the giant ham cookie. There was the string of popcorn. They would put some winter clothing on the Woody and Jessie statues, things like that. And this year they've decided it was too expensive to put those 6 things out. So they won't be doing it again. Of course, this also is the same as another thing that was budget cut as far as decor is concerned. Inside of restaurants property-wide, they did not decorate for Christmas either. That was also something cut for COVID last year that is now just a budget cut change. Annual pass holders can now access an exclusive seating area for Disney Kite Tales at Disney's Animal Kingdom. The area will only be available through December 15th. The entrance is to the right of the regular entrance, and guests must present a valid annual pass for entry. Signs and cast members direct pass holders to the seating area. If you hadn't had a chance to check out Kite Tales, you can watch a full video of both versions of the show right here on our YouTube channel. Maybe you're having a rough day and you need a laugh. Check them out. The Merry Menagerie Cupcake has returned to Animal Kingdom this year. It can be found at Flame Tree Barbecue. It's a gingerbread cupcake with cream cheese icing filling and frosting. It costs $5.99, and the review is on our website. Walt Disney World has just announced that Storybook Dining at Artist Point at Disney's Wilderness Lodge and as well Boatwright's Dining Hall, Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside, will both reopen in December. Storybook Dining at Artist Point, inspired by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, will reopen December 16th at Wilderness Lodge. Reservations can be made beginning December 2nd. As part of the updated character dining experience, all guests will see Snow White, Dopey, Grumpy, and the Queen stroll through the enchanted forest while enjoying a fixed menu dinner with the choice of individually plated entrees and shared starters and desserts. With the reopening, the menu has been updated. It will not be the same as before, with everything from simple name changes to completely new dishes. You can read that on our website. We have the full new menu. Meanwhile, over at Boatwright's Dining Hall, they'll be serving up their southern specialties for dinner starting December 14th. Reservations can be made starting December 2nd. I am ready for some cornbread. Let's do it. Disney's Riviera Resort has 2 new Loungefly bags available. There's a handbag and a larger tote bag. Both bags are white with a shiny gold design, and the Mickey clasp turns to release the strap. The bag has buttons on the side to secure it more, and there's a detachable crossbody strap included. The tote bag has a Mickey-shaped bag charm. The tote is $80, the handbag $75. Some new Disney Vacation Club merchandise has arrived as well, including a Loungefly backpack. We found all this at the Riviera as well, but it is at multiple resorts. The backpack is covered in Disney Vacation Club patches, Mickey carrying 2 suitcases embroidered on the front pocket. The front pocket has a magnetic flap instead of a zipper, and the interior lining is yellow with a Mickey pattern, cost $74.99. We also found a matching luggage tag, ornament, and mug. You can check them all out at WDWNT.com. The Jingle Cruise-inspired Nutcracker Tiki mug, originally released in 2019, will return on December 2nd, 2021 at Trader Sam's Grog Grotto, and as well the Tiki Terrace in Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, starting at 3 p.m. that day. I will warn you, if you want the mug, show up way before 3 o'clock, because the resellers will be there in line. So, just a warning. It'll be available with the Mele Kaliki Mai Tai, and will be limited to 1 per guest. The red mug resembles a nutcracker and says "Jungle all the way" across the base. Splash Mountain at Disneyland will be closing for refurbishment on January 10th, 2022. Reopening date is not currently listed on the Disneyland calendar. It is worth noting, though, this is not the closure for the Princess and the Frog overlay. This is the annual refurbishment necessary for a water ride. Water rides take a lot of maintenance. Again, this is not that. I know some other sites led you to believe that this was going to be the Princess and the Frog closure. It's not. The reason they don't have an end date is, honestly, I've been doing this for 14 years. Disneyland has never given end dates for refurbishments that are over like a week or 2 in length. In fact, if you look at January, when they mark that Haunted Mansion is going to close to go back to regular Haunted Mansion, there is no end date for that refurb currently scheduled. So everyone calm down. It's not gone yet. It's just the maintenance. United Services Workers West, the union representing the Disneyland Park cast members in their ongoing contract negotiations, has announced that another vote will be held on Friday, December 3rd. This vote will address the same contract offer as the November 17th vote that was rejected by cast members at Disneyland Park. Cast members at DCA, whose contract is separate, ratified the new contract. Disneyland didn't, though. The current offer was called Disney's, quote, last, best, and final. When 60% of cast members rejected the offer, Disney was not obligated to make any changes. Instead, Disney agreed to a second vote of the same offer. Cast members voting on Friday face 2 choices, either to ratify the current offer or go on strike. Per the union's bylaws, 75% of votes must be in favor of a strike for it to be sanctioned, and if cast members choose to ratify the offer, they will receive the following wage increase. That is $1 per hour retroactive pay from June 16, 2021, $1 per hour increase effective November 17, 2021, and $1 per hour increase on June 16, 2023. Cast members with 10 plus years of service would be eligible for a one-time bonus of up to $2,000, depending on the length of employment and full or part-time status. Will they go to strike? I am anxiously waiting to find out. Disney Festival of the Holidays is in full swing at California Adventure, and guests can celebrate until January 9th at the Festival Foods Marketplaces, a series of booths in Paradise Gardens Park and all over the park with lots of different cuisine. We tried everything at this year's Festival of the Holidays. You can find our reviews at DisneylandNewsToday.com. We tried every single booth, so if you're wondering what to try, you got to check them all out. The Disneyland Paris version of It's a Small World has closed for what is expected to be a year-long refurbishment. As laid out by Outside Ears, many areas of the attraction will be updated. Much of the ride will be repainted, including the facade, which was last repainted 5 years ago. Some wooden elements will be replaced with composite materials. The queue will be redesigned. Ride control systems are also expected to be replaced, and the control tower used by cast members will be enlarged. Other backstage areas will receive flooring and electricity updates. As for the ride scenes, lighting and hydraulic systems will be updated. Approximately half of the dolls are set to be replaced, and the heating and air conditioning systems will be renovated, and some elements will be replaced with energy-efficient materials. Disney is also taking the opportunity to remove asbestos that was used in the construction of the AC system and framework of the building. It was not banned from France until 1997, 5 years after the opening of Disneyland Paris. But it's not higher than the legally admissible level. This is not the main focus of the refurb. It's just something they happen to be doing in this process. After a nearly year-long hiatus due to various operating hour shortenings, the Disney Light the Night fireworks will return to the skies of Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea starting December 1st. The 5-minute fireworks display takes place nightly above the skies of both parks and uses Live the Magic from the Disneyland 60th Anniversary Diamond Celebration as its theme. The show is notoriously unreliable. It can be canceled due to even the slightest winds, but the show will attempt to be presented nightly at 8 p.m. across both parks. Yeah, if you've never been, fireworks at Tokyo are not great. It's probably the only thing that isn't. And you can see them from both parks. It's pretty weird. While the Toy Story Hotel at Tokyo Disney Resort is slated to open on April 5th next year, we didn't know when the hotel would open reservations, but now the Oriental Land Company has revealed reservations will open early next year. Reservations will open for the first week of the highly anticipated hotel on February 13th at 1 p.m. JST, and open every Thursday for subsequent weeks through the end of February, when reservations shift to every Tuesday. Guests will be able to make reservations through the Tokyo Disney Resort reservations website, including for vacation package deals. The Lotso Garden Cafe's reservations also open on February 13th at 1 p.m., and reservations will only be open to guests staying at the hotel until further notice. Breakfast will be available for all guests for 2,800 yen and dinner for 4,200 yen. The Oriental Land Company also launched a special site themed to the hotel with many new features to be added in the coming months. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency, WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today here on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. America's tree.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a WIGS member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.